This lecture is about morphological development by Dr. So-mi Chum. To discuss morphological development, I have to explain morphology first. Morphology is study of the rules about the formation of words. A word consists of morphemes. Morpheme is the smallest meaningful unit of language. When multiple morphemes are combined in a word, a new meaning is created. 60 to 80% of the English vocabulary is generated through the combination of multiple morphemes. Over 90% of science and technology vocabulary is generated through this process. Morphology, one of 5 aspects of language, relates to forms of oral language. You know you can create different words out of school by adding prefixes and suffixes. You used morphemes to do that. School itself can stand alone. Therefore, it is called free morpheme. Prefixes like pre in preschool and suffixes like ed in schooled and ing in schooling cannot stand alone, so they are called bound morphemes. Morphemes can be classified into free morphemes and bound morphemes. Free morphemes can stand alone, but they do not have to stand alone. On the other hand, bound morphemes cannot stand alone and must be attached to another morpheme. Prefixes and suffixes are bound morphemes. When free morphemes appear with morphemes attached to them, free morphemes are the base or root. Boy, desire, sing, system, happy, the, that, and why can stand alone and they are free morphemes. ISH and NESS in boyishness, ED in desired, ER in singer, IC in systemic are suffixes and bound morphemes. On in unhappy is a prefix and a bound morpheme. Word roots are also morphemes. They are word parts that remain after all prefixes and suffixes have been removed. They cannot stand alone though. VIS in invisible and spec in spectator are examples of word roots. Prefixes and suffixes can be classified into derivational morphemes and inflectional morphemes. Derivational morphemes change the meaning of the word when they are attached to root morphemes. For instance, un in undo makes the opposite of do. ER in singer creates a new word with the meaning of a person who sings. Full in beautiful changed the syntactic category from noun to adjective. Derivational morphemes can be either suffixes or prefixes. Un in undo is a prefix, ER and full are suffixes. Inflectional morphemes change the number, tense, and possession of the root word. Because of that, inflectional morphemes can be called grammatical morphemes as well. S in cats change the number from singular to plural. ED in walked changes the tense from present to past. Apostrophe S in marries means possession. Inflectional morphemes are always suffixes. They do not drastically change the meaning of the root word and they don't change the syntactic category. Cat and cats, either singular or plural, both of them are noun. Walk and walked, either present or past, both of them are verbs. Inflectional morphemes are observed earlier in the morphological development process. Once children start using more derivational morphemes, their vocabulary sizes can increase more rapidly. They can start understanding unknown words by analyzing morphemes within a word. This morphological learning is significant for academic vocabulary learning, particularly in science and technology. Now we can use our knowledge in analyzing children's morphological development. First, look at each word spoken by the child and determine whether it is a free morpheme or it consists of multiple morphemes. Second, determine inflectional morphemes used by the child. Third, see if any derivational morphemes are used by the child.